Ladies and gentlemen, we wish to extend a warm welcome to our special guest, 𝗦𝗧𝗥𝗘𝗔𝗠𝗜𝗡, Special Officer to YB Federal Territory Minister, and 𝗦𝗧𝗥𝗘𝗔𝗠𝗜𝗡, Special Officer to YB Environment Minister. May I please invite our special VIPs on stage, please, to receive a prosperity tray. Please may I invite also the 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗚 committee to head to the main stage. Mr. 𝗚𝗚𝗥𝗘𝗔𝗠𝗜𝗡, President of 𝗟𝗚𝗡 Malaysia, Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗡, Secretary General of 𝗟𝗚𝗡 Malaysia, and the 𝗟𝗚𝗡 Committee. For Rantau Lion Dance Group Kuala Lumpur. That was an extremely vibrant and energetic performance, and what an amazing way to kickstart the third and final day. May I please invite our foreign delegates on stage, please, for a photo session. Foreign delegates, along with the 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗚 committee, Mr. Gopal. again, ladies and gentlemen, the Raka Lion Dance Group. What a way to kickstart our third and final day of the PIO International Festival 2024. And Selamat Hari Malaysia, everybody. Happy Malaysia Day. Today we have started the day with the Unity Walk at the Vivekananda Ashram. The Unity Walk symbolizes many things, not just the unity among our fellow Malaysians, but also globally as PIOs. And with that, may I please invite everybody to stand for our national anthem of Malaysia and Lagu Anak Malaysia. you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. That was amazing, man. Now, please invite Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗓𝗓𝗓, President of 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚 Malaysia, to give a welcome speech.
Vanakkam. Selamat sejahtera. Good afternoon. Still morning. Sorry. Good morning. Saya pun kita semua anak Malaysia, tapi ada di kalangan kami ini daripada orang negeri lain datang. Orang daripada Kanada datang, Singapura ada datang. Kita ada daripada Mauritius, South Africa, Myanmar dan lain-lain. Lebih kurang 11 negara datang untuk bersatu dengan PIO International Festival tahun ini. Dan kita pun ada Dr. Mohan daripada Sabah. Dan orang Sarawak pun ada di sini. Saya nak ucapkan tahniah kepada Special Officer Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚 from Environment Ministry. The minister is unable to come. Puan Malar, okay, from Wilayah Ministry, and we have Mr. Ruben also from PKR Youth, okay, and kita pun ada Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗓𝗓, Encik 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗓𝗓, Setiausaha 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗚, dan kami ada 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗓𝗓 daripada Kanada, Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗓𝗓𝗓 daripada Singapura, Mr. Ashok from Mauritius dan lain-lain, dan kami pun ada Mr. Rino from Odisha. Okay. Saya akan bercakap dalam bahasa Melayu, bahasa Malaysia kejap. Lepas tu kali ini saya akan bersambung dalam bahasa Inggeris sebab ada kalangan kami ini ada orang luar negara dia tak faham bahasa kebangsaan. Hari ini Hari Malaysia, kita bangga bila kita menentukan untuk adakan tarikh untuk International Festival ni. Tetap dia pun jatuh pada Hari Malaysia. So kami mengambil kesempatan lah untuk merayakan Hari Malaysia ni bersama semua orang di Malaysia. Walaupun PIO ni People of Indian Origin, People of Indian Origin bermakna orang yang berasal daripada India. Kami, ibu bapa kami, nenek moyang kami datang daripada India. Tapi kami semua berlahir di Malaysia. Kita orang Malaysia. Kita kita orang Malaysia, tapi ibu bapa dan nenek moyang datang daripada India. So kami panggil kami sebagai orang berasal daripada India. So People of Indian Origin. So kami ada persatuan sedunia lah, 𝗟𝗡𝗚, Global Organization of People of Indian Origin. Okay, let me continue in English so that the foreigners will understand what is how the Malaysia came about. 1957, we got independence from British. India in 1947. After 57, there's a West Malaysia, we call us Malaya, not Malaysia. Then we have East Malaysia, including Sabah and Sarawak. I think Singaporean will understand. In 1965, we formed Malaysia together with Singapore, Sabah, Sarawak, Malaya. The main reason, there was a communist threat within this country. So what they decided, the British decided to bring in all the states. Okay. Sabah and Sarawak also part of Indonesia. They were claiming, Indonesia was claiming, but they were comfortable to join Malaya, also Singapore. So they formed all these three countries with Malaya, they call Malaysia. Born in 1965. That's what, born on 16 September 1965. While we celebrate Merdeka Day on 31st August every year, we will also celebrate this Malaysia Day, Hari Malaysia, 16 September. That's what is coincided with our international festival. You can see there was lion dance, the Chinese traditional dance. Mostly, there were all Indian boys, our Malaysian Indian boys are there. It reflects, and we have Malay friends here, a friend from Sabah, Sarawak already here. So it reflects we are Malaysia, we are together here. We want to celebrate Malaysia as Malaysian. While we celebrate Indian festival, our tradition, our way of doing things, our food and so on, we also like to bring in all Malaysians together once in a while to celebrate together, not forgetting that we are always with this country, with Malay friend, Chinese friend, Iban, Kadazan, and so on and so forth. Kami ada pameran di belakang, siapa yang berminat boleh jumpa pergi sana, mengenai suku kaum India dalam Malaysia, macam Telungu, Malayalam, Melaka, Chetty dan ramai lagi ya, ramai kaum yang boleh tengok di pameran. We have a heritage exhibition at the back. Please go and visit. Dan kami pun ada beberapa persembahan sini akan berlaku dan ada conference lah. Hari ini ada conference untuk Ayurveda. Siapa yang berminat boleh ke pukul 2 kita ada klinik percuma pun untuk Ayurveda, dan Cancer Society pun ada memberikan screening lah, free screening, boleh free, everybody can go and visit their clinic and check your health. It's very important. So when this Malaysia is born, then we came together. Our resources is lagi banyak resources kami sekarang sumber daripada Sabah, Sarawak dengan Melaya. So kita perlu menggunakan daya upaya kita ni untuk mempersatukan semua kaum dan untuk menjayakan negara kita. Okay. Let me speak about PIO International Festival, so you'll understand a little bit before I end my speech. This PIO International Festival, People of Indian Origin Festival, we launched last year. This is basically to bring about all the ethnic PIO NGOs. We have Bengali, Punjabis, Gujaratis on. We have almost, with that, we also collaborating with other NGOs, okay? Malaysian Indian Youth Council. They're going to organize a Unity Forum later. Morning, we had a Unity Walk organized by Madam Gayatri from Laksha Art. Similarly, we have so many other events being collaboratively organized with another organization. Though we have 100 volunteers looking into all these affairs, but we won't be able to organize many things because we have to, outsource or pass to some other organization. Basically, we want to engage them. It's not we won't be able to do. By getting them involved, we need their involvement, so we need them. The resources are big, the challenges are very huge, you'll understand. 23 events are taking place past 3 days. Today will be closing day. Our High Commissioner from India will do the closing ceremony. Please come if you are free, 6:30. This basically, we are promoting our food, our heritage, our culture, our dance, and so on. This will be a second year. This is a second year we are doing it, and going forward, we want to do it every year. Of course, the turnout, the response are much better than last year, 3 times than last year. Of course, first 2 years normally you will have some not so good. Third year will be a very fantastic. I heard from Mr. Sashidharan that Ministry from Wilayah, Malar and Prasan are willing to give us helping hand in whatever way they can. You guys are youth, you are young, so we need youngsters to come in the picture. I am very happy to see youngsters are taking up position in special officers. I see the ministries. Kita kena engage belia-belia lah untuk maju ke depan. Kita tak boleh lah kita pegang kursi ini sampai 80 tahun ke 90 tahun. Bagi peluang kepada belia-belia yang muda, bagi dia chance. Saya kementerian macam saya pergi hari itu, sumber manusia pun ramai, semua muda. Special officer muda, sekretari pun muda. No, bukan lagi tua-tua. Dulu kami pergi, semua yang ada 50-60 tahun ke atas. Dia tak nak bagi kursi kepada yang youngsters lah. Okay, it's good. The youngsters come, and then we have volunteers are helping us It's all without any, it's all their own, on their own, they are coming and helping us. So we need a lot of help so that we can make it even bigger, reach out to more people, more community, and then so that next year will be we can position better. I think Mr. Sashidaran Ganeshan is there, Gayatri there. Okay. 2 Gayatris are here. I think Gogilan also willing to help. So please come, we can do it together. We start now. So within a year, we will have a better, coordination to do this work. Terima kasih untuk mengunjungi kami, datang sini. Jangan lupa ada permainan tradisi, boleh ambil bahagian. Ada kedai-kedai makanan, tolong dia orang buat bisnes lah. Boleh beli barang ke apa-apa. Okay? உங்களுக்கு உதவி செய்யுங்க எல்லாருக்கும். பிஸ்னஸ் இறங்க ஸ்மால் பிஸ்னஸஸ் நம்ம கொடுத்தா தான் அவங்களுக்கும் உதவியாக இருக்கும். அவங்களும் நல்லா ஒரு வியாபாரத்தில் நல்லா முன்னேறி வருவாங்க. தேங்க்யூ. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗔𝗠𝗓. And further to what Mr. Guna has said, there is a free health screening, okay, so happening at 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚 Hall, just at the back here. So please go and check, and please take this opportunity. It is important. There is an Ayurvedic conference happening at 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚 Hall at 2 o'clock. And there is also a film conference happening at the Vivekananda Ashram. All right, next up, we have a very special performance today by 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚 from University Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia, who will be presenting a rendition of some very rich Malaysian songs in conjunction with Malaysia Day. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together, and the stage is yours, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚.
Rindu kita udah semua, langit biru karena senja. Kini engkau jauh dari mata, hatiku merindumu.
beautiful rendition of Yogic Kenangan Manis by Sudirman. Betul, Cik Harul?
Betul.
Alright. Next up, may I please invite our special guests on stage, please, along with Mrs. Ashidharan and Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗡 to present the token. Special guest to YB Federal Territory Minister, and 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗚, Special Officer to the YB Environment Minister. It is an honor to be graced by your presence today. Thank you very much, 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗚 and 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗡, and thank you to our Gopya committee. And after this, ladies and gentlemen, we will still be entertained by songs and dance, and please be prepared for the Unity Forum. Invite Encik Harul Ismail for the next song.
Sekali lagi ya. Apa khabar warga Brickfields? Sekali sebut. Apa khabar internet? Manakah je? Ada? Okey. Saya akan persembahkan sebuah lagu yang mana lagu yang sangat-sangat legend yang menyatukan kita semua ya. Lagu dia bertajuk Cinta Nusantara daripada Sept. bisikan pesan orang di sana dalam ingatan. Hey! Perlindungan hukum baterai, tujuan masih Tuhan kita di Nusantara.
Terima kasih.
Anda datang dari mana?
Sri Damansara.
Oh, saya dari Kuala Lumpur. Saya baru nyanyi lagu dari Kuala Lumpur. Kalau pergi Kuala Lumpur, tulis nama atas batu. You're not from Kuala Lumpur, is it?
This current world, we can get everything from anywhere, throughout the world.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much. Thank you, 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗘. That was beautiful. Next, can I please invite Audacious Dreams Foundation and Orchids International School on stage, please. And please may I invite also Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗘 on stage, please, the Secretary General of Hope Malaysia, to present the token. On behalf of Gopium, Mr. Gunasthevran, President of Gopium Malaysia, will also present a token of appreciation to Audacious Dreams Foundation and Orchids International School. Gopium Malaysia will now present a special memento to Audacious Dreams Foundation and Orchids International School. our VIPs will proceed to view the conferences that are happening in conjunction with the PIO International Festival. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓
is here.
𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚, may I please ask that you remain on stage?
Oh, okay.
And may I please invite Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚, Senior Coordinator of the PIO International Festival, to present a token of appreciation to 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚 Ismail. Another big round of applause, everybody, for the beautiful rendition of Malaysian songs. Thank you very much, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚, and we hope to see you again at our events. Alright, everyone who has joined the Unity Walk earlier, please collect your food from the booth beside the guardhouse. Okay, there's food prepared for you all. Please collect them. And next up, we will be prepared for the Unity Forum. Please stick around to watch that. Thank you, everybody. Can I please invite all the delegates from Audacious Dreams Foundation and Orchards International School on stage, please? Invite all the delegates on stage for a photo speakers of the Unity Forum on stage, please. The moderator and the speakers of the Unity Forum will please invite you onto the stage for the Unity Forum.
Malaysia Day. So my name, I'm 𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗘. I am currently the lead of Entrepreneurship Bureau in Malaysia India Youth Council, and also I'm part of the women's wing of Malaysia India Youth Council. I'm also a trainer, corporate trainer, a professional trainer. Together with me, we have few professional, we have panelists. So I'll be introducing you to all of them shortly. So just a little introduction about PIO Fest. It has been going on for a couple of years, and of course since last year it has been largely organized. PIO Fest is to gather all the people from Indian origin for us to celebrate the varieties, the diverse group of Indians in Malaysia who come from different parts of the world, and we call ourselves people from India origin. We are very rich in culture, so that is why we are here today for past 3 days to showcase to you all the different cultures we have, right? And a part of that, for today's session is hosted by Malaysia India Youth Council. It's a youth organization where we have almost 11,000 members, and we also empower women under our women's wing. Okay, so before I move to introduce our panelists, I would like to ask again question that has been one question. If you catch the information earlier, why are we celebrating Hari Malaysia Day today? Anybody would like to answer? Why are we celebrating Malaysia Day today? Yes, Ms. Gayatri? Yes, so it's the day where Sabah, Sarawak, so we call it Borneo. So the Borneo island consists of Sabah, Sarawak, and Malaysia. We joined together. It was Malaya back then, so we become Malaysia. And can someone guess which year it was? Okay, 1957 is our Independence Day. Great. Yes, 1965 is where we become Malaysia. Thank you. So you have been listening all this while. Great. Okay, so today's distinguished guest will be Encik Muhammad Alim bin Munin. He is the president of Pertubuhan Alpha States Malaysia. Welcome, Mr. Alim. We have Ms. Gunamala. She is an advocate and solicitor, more than 20 years of experience, holds certificate in medical law and practices, also holds certificate in intellectual property. She's a lawyer by profession. And we also have Dr. Valen. He is the senior lecturer for anthropology and sociology program from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. I'm sure Dr. Valen will have a lot to share today, coming from the department that does a lot of research about it as well. Okay, so I'm going to begin with the first question, and probably we can start with Ms. Gunamala or Dr. Valen to answer this. So I'm going to ask about how historical events that has happened all this while in Malaysia has shaped the current state of racial unity in Malaysia. So which I will also translate in Malay because we have multiracial people here. Apakah sejarah kejadian yang lepas yang membentuk kesatufahaman antara bangsa di Malaysia? Because Malaysia, we have lots of races. We have Indian, Chinese, Malay, Iban, Kadazan, we have orang asli as well. So there are lots of hundreds of races here. But what had happened in the past that we have shaped Malaysia and our racial unity in Malaysia? So maybe Dr. Naren, would you like to take the lead?
Selamat pagi, Wanakkam, good morning. Thank you for the moderator for this wonderful introduction. I'm going to talk in Bahasa as well as in English, so both languages, so that we can entertain our international delegates. Okay, for the question regarding the historical event, yes, back then, 90s, 50s and 60s, whereby we got the independence from the British. So pada masa itu kita dapat diperintah oleh British colonial, okay, the colonial legacy. So where we got the dasar pecahan perintah, okay, the colonial legacy we call dasar pecahan perintah, di mana setiap hari community masyarakat Melayu, India dan China dipisahkan, okay, they were separated from their what we call area, okay, into estate, kampung dan juga bandar. So I'm pretty sure you know the historical background of the Malaysia, but this is translated into until now in terms of sometimes we can see the policies, right? So the policies here in Malaysia, so we call the affirmative policies, NEP ataupun dasar ekonomi baru. Kita boleh nampak di situ. Tetapi ada kalanya kita juga nampak dalam segala social media, even our daily conversation dengan kawan-kawan kita, we can see there are too many misunderstandings. So from the colonial legacy until now, it is ongoing, I would say, because I have researched on this for quite some time. Tetapi the mindset, okay, ataupun minda kita masih lagi terpengaruh dengan all this colonial legacy, dasar pecahan perintah, sebab kita masih lagi mencari-cari the real unity. Even though kita masih lagi dalam di Malaysia hidup bersama berbilang bangsa etnik, tetapi dari segi pertalian antara satu sama lain masih lagi rendah. So kita kena fahami dan kita kena adanya satu polisi di mana kita boleh merungkai apa masalah yang kita hadapi sekarang. At the same time, we can build ourselves. The weapon is education, the campaign. Even at the primary, secondary school, during my time, we seldom have an exchange program, right, between the school. So I think these kind of things become barrier for us to understand the real essence of unity among us. So I would say in the future, even now, we already have some, but we need to strengthen all those policies. Okay, so I think other than that, The post-independent policies we already know, NEP is a very established policy during that time. But some research shows that they have a misreaction among the community because it's largely rely on one particular community, but even though we have received some benefit from that, it's not holistic at all. So this is some research elucidated over the years, and until now we are seeking some better policies to cater all the major communities and not forgetting our friends in Borneo as well. So I think this is the background now, so over to you, moderator.
Thank you, Dr. Menon, for explaining a little bit about the history, about how this has shaped the racial unity in Malaysia. But also, I would say, in Malaysia at the moment, with all the new youngsters, as we mentioned earlier, we have a lot of youngsters in the political offences and also in the government agencies as well, who have been bringing a lot of new ideas, because we go abroad, we study, we look at different countries' policies, we see what works the best for Malaysia, and now we are implementing and bringing it to the table. So talking about policies, I would like to know a little bit more about what role government policies have played in promoting racial unity in Malaysia in current years. I think now that question would be best suitable for Ms. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚. I would say in Malay as well, peranan kerajaan Malaysia dalam mempromosikan keharmonian antara bangsa di Malaysia. So, Ms. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚, it's over to you.
Good morning, I think it's still morning. Thank you for having us today. I think before getting into the policies, right, I think we have to look at the federal constitution of Malaysia. The federal constitution, which is the highest law of Malaysia, clearly states the equality part in everything. Article 10 speaks about, Article 11 speaks about equality in religion, we have freedom of speech, all these already giving us the importance and equality, even though we are multiracial country. Multiracial, that's the thing. So if you ask me, I'm practicing law for the past 20 years, and being born in Malaysia, even though I'm a Tamil person, right? Even if I go to India for a visit, 1 week, 2 weeks, I want to come back and have my nasi lemak. That much of what to call the feelings of being Malaysian, that we don't even call ourselves like I'm Tamil or I'm Malay, I believe you're Chinese, we are Malaysian. That word has been there. And in terms of policies, government policies, I truly believe, even though the government changes, the rulers changes, the ministers and all, but at all times in the parliament, the importance has been given to equally to all the race and religion. That part, I think I have to agree. That, like what doctor said, there can be, maybe there is a look like one particular race can be the majority, but when we go to the importance, everybody is taken into account. So I would say I'm a happy Malaysian here. Despite being a Tamil origin, I feel all of us are blessed to be in Malaysia. So Selamat Hari Malaysia.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Ms. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚. And as she said, right, it's true. Even though it doesn't matter how long I stayed in India, I've been traveling to all the states in India as well. But I still want my nasi lemak back once I'm back to Malaysia. The nasi lemak, the nasi kipitari, these are the dishes that we have in Malaysia that unites us, roti canai. So if all of you have tasted and have tried it, I hope you all like it as well. And maybe who knows, we can bring the recipe back in India and open up the shop so we can come and enjoy it there. Alright. And also one point to touch about, yes, in Malaysia, if you look at the majority is, of course, the Muslims are the majority. So there are about more than 60% or 70% in this country. And then we have Chinese, we have Indian, we have the Sarawakians, and the Lain, which is the Punjabi, Sikhs, and all the other races as well. So of course, when it comes to coming up with the policies and all those things, we have to consider the proportions of our Malaysian population. Alright, so talking a little bit about education system, because I think Dr. Vivian also touched about that, I would like to ask Mr. Alim, what do you think the education system can be improve to foster greater understanding and respect among different racial groups. So bagaimana silibus pelajaran boleh memupuk sifat saling menghormati antara satu sama lain.
Okay, thank you so much, Dashni. By the way, my name is 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗚 from President of 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗔𝗠𝗜𝗡 First in Malaysia. About the occasion, I can agree more. Memang saya setuju sangat-sangatlah daripada mesti panelis yang lain dan juga kawan panelis berkenaan tentang NEP. And then it towards juga pergi kepada rukun negara. Okay, rukun negara di mana kita ada isu. Kita akan pergi kepada education juga pasal benda ni. Pada 13 Mei 1969. Jadi it led tu juga kepada untuk menguatkuasakan kepada rukun negara kita isu perkawaman begini. Jadi back kepada soalan tu, education system untuk improve and foster greater understanding and respect among different racial groups. Okay, education in my knowledge is the foundation of our society. Even me myself is a trainer, certified SRDC trainer, TTT for leadership, for among founders and juga semua golongan usahawan and all the politicians and leaders. So for this thing, we should start from the very beginning daripada sekolah rendah among all races. Daripada contoh macam kita sekarang ada di SJKT Tamil Vivekananda. So macam apa yang dikatakan oleh panel pertama kita, memang kita perlu ada exchange program. Semasa saya sekolah rendah dan sekolah menengah, memang kita ada certain exchange program, tapi tak terlalu kerap. Tapi luckily for me lah, saya sendiri memang rapat dengan kawan-kawan Indian dan Chinese. Memang saya sangat rapat, and saya sangat tidak suka dengan perbezaan in terms of racist issues. Saya sangat menentang benda tu. Even my NGO, Pertubuhan Kebajikan Al-Fastin Malaysia, memang kita non-partisan and non-racist. Kita menjemput semua, whatever background, whatever religion, whatever political understanding or maybe racial understanding, saya menjemput semua. So it should start sebenarnya daripada persefahaman. Any ideas, any permasalahan, kita kena ada satu in understanding. Okay, understanding. I believe we can improve the system by incorporating multicultural education lah. Sebab contoh macam aktiviti di antaranya yang negara kita buat, contoh Tibet, it should be start daripada sekolah rendah. It should be start from sekolah rendah, and then to the parents from the PIBG itself. Sebab saya sendiri juga adalah AJK PIBG untuk sekolah rendah anak saya. Dan benda ni banyak isu yang kita kena ketengahkan di antara pemahaman perbezaan kaum. Okay, banyak isu yang kita kena ketengahkan. And berkaitan tentang multicultural education, kita kena celebrate sejarah dan juga contribution of our racial group in Malaysia. Sebab pembentukan negara kita takkan berjaya tanpa adanya di antara orang-orang yang perbezaan kaum untuk pergi menuntut kemerdekaan pada tahun 1956, I think. Okay, lupa juga. Okay, so untuk berkenaan tentang Hari Malaysia ni, Hari Malaysia pada tahun 1963, di antara pembentukan negara 1963 ni, dia penyatuan di antara di belah Borneo, Sabah dan Sarawak, dan juga di negara semenanjung kita di sini. Okay, jadi di sini contribution of racial group in Malaysia, including the Indian community, okay, rich cultural heritage by promoting cross-cultural interaction, inter-school activities and language learning. Alright, so basically tadi dari sini pun ada tanya saya pasal language, ada faham sedikit ke tidak. Actually adalah faham, saya belajar juga bahasa Cina, bahasa India sedikit. Even saya semasa sekolah menengah, memang saya sangat rapat dengan kawan saya. Sekarang dia dah jadi doktor. Dia jadi doktor dekat Sarawak. Nama dia lupa pula nama dia. Tapi dia memang, dia sekarang style dia botak. 𝗟𝗜𝗏𝗡, nama dia 𝗟𝗜𝗏𝗡, Dr. 𝗟𝗜𝗏𝗡. Dia kadang keluar surat khabar juga. And then kawan Chinese saya pun ada juga. Saya sangat rapat dengan dia sehingga kan kalau saya nak tumpang balik sekolah, saya berjumpa dengan nenek dia juga. Which is sebenarnya saya sangat tidak setuju kalau kita membeza-bezakan kaum and religion. Okay, saya sangat rapat dengan nenek dia juga. Okay, so we can foster deeper respect. Okay, penekanan saya respect on all races. Respect. Saya sangat respect sehingga kan jika perlu untuk satu isu tu jangan kita ketepikan and just cakap saja, kita kena rujuk kepada kaum dan organisasi tersebut. Contoh kita nampak ada isu yang kebelakangan ni pasal isu halal ke, actually golongan Muslim kena tanya directly kepada orang tersebut. Golongan political something patut ditanya deeper kepada orang tersebut, bukan dia terus bash dan terus cakap. Okay, so benda ni sebenarnya is about no understanding. Alright, so actually benda ni kita kena terapkan kepada among all student. Okay, among all student and all races, starting from secondary school and primary school, from among all background, preparing them to be future leaders and to show unity in the short form.
Thank you, Ms. Alim. He's very right. So what he says is we have to instill togetherness through schools, from education, from kids. So when I was like standard 1, standard 2, which is like 7 years old, 8 years old, because our grading is different in India and Malaysia. So when I was 7 years old, I have to go to school, I have to walk like 2 to 3 kilometers, and our neighbor, who is a Malay uncle, he will be taking me on the motorbike. So if like say my parents, they would see the differences of race, I would definitely will not go to school at that point of time because my parents were rubber tappers. So I would rather go to rubber tapping rather than go to school. So that's how we don't see the differences, but we see education as the most important element. We foster our kids to go learn, to be together, and that's how now we are all united in a one room, in a one place, and also one country as well. And to touch a little bit about like the halal matter, it's all about understanding. If we don't talk about what is halal at all, nobody will know what is it. So it's all about reading. So if we don't also read, definitely we will not have that understanding on how we can understand each other. So don't just rely on what we hear, don't just rely on what we see, but also read to understand, various other articles to also know what is being talked about. Thank you, Ms. Alim, about all this information. And talking about the education system, right? Let's touch a little bit about higher education. Dr. Bailey, maybe you can share a little bit about how higher education is playing their role in instilling the togetherness and bringing unity among students.
Thank you for the wonderful question, moderator. Okay, as I'm coming from the National University of Malaysia, UKM, better known as UKM, so we do have programs, especially in university hour, other public universities. We have 20 public universities in Malaysia. So UKM is the second top university in Malaysia. So regarding the togetherness, of course we do have certain programs, as well as the causes, specific causes to instill the togetherness. As we name them as kursus elective ataupun kursus asas university. So whereby we will learn history, how we came to Malaysia, and what are the contributions imposed by our fellow Malaysian. And of course, we do have a certain causes like a language literacy, Bahasa Mandarin, of course, Bahasa Arab for those who are interested to take, and also other international languages to learn and to what we call to understand by our students. And other than that, for my course, we do have a certain field work programs to the rural communities in Malaysia. So the groups consisting of Malay, Chinese, Indians, and even some Sarawak students, they will go to certain village to learn their culture. So this is how we can create the togetherness and of course the unity among our students. Because from the start I will tell them, okay, make sure you don't have any sense of bias. Because you are into anthropology and sociology program. So if you have a certain bias in you, so better you took the program, change your course, and make yourself comfortable with that program, not in anthropology and sociology program. Because as an academic staff, that's my responsibility to make a very good human capital in Malaysia. Because otherwise, we can't judge anyone from outside. Because some students are very good, they know these sensitive issues in Malaysia, and some of them are very clear. Okay, we are Malaysian, we have to respect each other, and of course the religion. Because everything coming with religion in Malaysia nowadays, right? So whenever we talk about certain issues, it's always come together with the religion, and of course, certain parties, they will take for granted all these issues. So from me, the higher education in Malaysia is still safe. We won't instill any unequal disparities among our students, because we know there will be more negative consequences in the near future if we are not protected. So that's our roles in the higher education institution. Thank you.
Dr. Velan. It reminds me of my those days in university 14 years ago, so that's back very old am I. So back in University of Malaya, one of the leading university as well in Malaysia, we used to do a lot of programs that brings all the people together, doesn't matter from which background, including international students as well, for them to understand and experience the culture. So we have Malam Kesenian, where we have all the dance, all the performances that shows the different culture and unity in Malaysia. So yes, that's one of the role that I believe universities also play, and we hope that this will be continued. Okay, talking about all the unity and being together, right? I think all of us here will agree, social media or media plays a very important role in instilling the togetherness. Do all of you agree to that? Right? So I can see all the young people behind, sitting at the back there. All of you have phones, have Instagram accounts, Facebook. Most of you will have, right? And now you're away from your country, I'm sure you will have a phone so that you can communicate with your parents. And nowadays, kids as young as 5 years old will have Instagram account, TikTok account. I know TikTok is banned in India, but it's in Malaysia, it's one of our leading platforms as well. Social media and also our mainstream media does play a very big role in instilling togetherness or how they're going to propagate another side of the story. But it's on us how we're going to choose it. So that now brings to my next question. This is to Ms. Vivekananda. What role does media play in shaping perception in racial unity in Malaysia?
Thank you. It's a very important question to be asked. You see, I told you all just now that we have a greatest freedom in Malaysia. We have freedom of speech, freedom of assembly. These need to be exercised in accordance with the, not in getting into infringing a lot of things. So, being a lawyer, right, I do a lot of defamation matters. So, how do you defame a person? Racial slurs, and you say bad things about others, right? So, this is where the line needs to be drawn. You have the freedom, but you have to be careful of what you are saying. So, a lot of defamation matters that I handle, sometimes it's out of emotions. People say it, especially politicians.
They just say it, and that can be misinterpreted or it can be announced differently by the media. So I have a lot of media friends, good ones, you see. So whenever our cases are recorded, good friends, I mean, they are very happy to announce or publish our cases. But at the same time, I also would like to say that the media need to be very careful in what they are publishing. As I said, even the politicians, they also need to draw the line. If a politician is very passive, we are not too happy about it. If they are too aggressive, they are actually going against something. So, like what Sir said just now, Charlie said just now, right? The understanding must be there. What is the intention of saying it rather than what you are saying it, and that needs to be seen. And about social media. Nowadays, the cases that I do, a lot of defamation matter from TikTok. Because people using TikTok as a platform to say anything and everything without realizing, they can infringe the law, they can go against people, and you can be sued in court for what you are saying. So, what is defamation? You are saying wrong things about people which can bring their name in public for a third party, right? So even if you call a person, he's very stupid, just say, that can be very impeaching on him. Luckily, just say it's a minister or it's a big timer or it's a businessman, then you will end up facing the suit in court. So, like I said earlier, we are very lucky to be in Malaysia, to be Malaysian. We have all the freedom, but we should know how to exercise it. Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Vivekananda. And it's very true because social media sometimes it can be interpreted wrongly. And of course, me coming from the media industry as well, I have to be very careful in quoting certain matters, right? Of course, media is playing their role, but being very mindful of how we are articulating the messages is very important. So, maybe I can also ask Mr. Halim, what do you think about peranan media dalam memupuk dan mempromosikan nilai keharmonian?
So, as what our second panelist said, is a lawyer. Memang saya setuju. Media, and by the way, I forgot to mention, actually, me myself is a certified trainer for digital marketing also. So, we are doing advertising, copywriting for those people who are influencers also. So, basically, memang media menjadi medium yang boleh jadi, kalau pisau, media ni dia macam pisau. Kalau kita nak makan buah, we cut the fruits using the knife. But in other way, in a bad way also, the knife also can be dangerous. Betul? That is media. To mention it, and actually media juga dia boleh sometimes when some groups and some political party they boleh interpret berbeza. Padahal that person is saying based on his understanding. No matter sebenarnya kalau dia datang daripada what background also, how high the level, maybe militaries or any kind of background, sebenarnya tak semestinya dia faham. Okay? In my understanding, in my knowledge, this Malaysia, kita tak boleh nak pukul rata. Okay? In Malaysia, dia boleh pukul rata lah. Tak boleh nak pukul rata, semua orang faham. No. Actually. Even, Malaysia is in the making. Okay? Kita adalah negara yang sedang membangun. Even, kita punya leaders and politician and juga leaders in many background pun, dia orang sebenarnya pun tengah cuba nak memahami juga. So actually media kita tak boleh nak terima, but we just can say, okay, we just can say, but out there in TikTok, Instagram, they believe the polarization is there. Actually, okay, that's my ideas lah about this thing, about media.
Thank you, Mr. Halim. Right, so I can hear TikTok is being mentioned so many times because lots of things being going on and so on TikTok lately. So, that one wise word will say, be mindful of what we see, what we share, and what we quote on social media. Right? Okay, so my next question will be to Vivekananda again, because he's coming from a non-government organization, being working with the communities down there. I would like to understand, what are the community-driven initiatives have you seen that promotes racial unity? Program berunsur kesatufahaman dan memupuk nilai keharmonian.
Okay, thanks for the question. In Pertubuhan Kebajikan Alpha Step Malaysia, we have seen the power of community-driven initiative in promoting unity. Initiative like cultural festival that bring together different communities to celebrate Indian, Malay, Chinese tradition and foster understanding and respect. Okay. And sebagai contoh, in our next convention on 5th October, Convention Anak Muda Wilayah Persekutuan, on that convention, we are not doing something that is more kepada one racial group. Contoh persembahan, kalau Melayu Zapin sahaja ke, DK Barat sahaja ke, ataupun Just Lion Dance sahaja ke, for that event, no. Tapi kita buat yang boleh menyatukan ke semua, which is contoh adalah e-sport. Kita buat e-sport event, okay, on that event for that convention. So this thing menjadi satu penyatuan. Sebab e-sport, no matter what background are you are playing e-sport. Okay, no matter what racial also you playing e-sport. And juga one great example is where young people from different racial background collaborate on community service project. Contoh sukarelawan. Kita ada bekerjasama dengan Persatuan Sukarelawan Wilayah Persekutuan UFO-WP. On that sukarelawan group also, kita ada different kind of backgrounds, which is ada Indian, Chinese and juga Melayu. So which is di sini kita promote suatu event bukan fokus kepada satu race sahaja. Kita promote supaya semua bersatu. Semua bersatu and all races are present in that event. Okay? And this initiative juga kita scale cooperation dengan local council, which is dengan Jabatan Wilayah Persekutuan, which is insyaAllah maybe dia akan menjadi perasmi lah Dr. Zaleha kepada kita punya convention, which is inisiatif juga daripada kita punya kawan-kawan semua juga. Bukan saja cakap, oh, you Malays ada link ke, you ada link, no. Kawan Chinese kita dan India juga tolong untuk menjadikan benda ini berjaya. Okay, from all NGOs and even private sector to support this reach, okay, for the event. So that's my answer for that question.
Thank you, Mr. Alim. So what has been, in a summary, so the volunteerism activities and some conventions and activities like this, bringing together people from different races, and we could present to them different type of performances or cultural activities for people to come and experience it as well, can be one of the avenue of programs that we can, conduct to foster unity among us. Right. Okay, and of course, talking about programs, now that he has also touched about e-sports, which I think many of you, the youngsters over here, will understand. E-sports, gaming will bring someone closer, doesn't matter from which part of the world you are. There are e-sport games, and Malaysia also recently become one of the champion of Dota, if I'm not mistaken, and someone has won million. Mobile Legend, yes, he has won like million, and I was shocked to know, wow, there is an e-sport, and Mobile Legend can be an international sport where you can race against different people from different part of the world, Japanese, Korean, and even other country as well, and you can win. All I know is football, badminton, and other tournaments that you play against people in physical, but even esports can bring people together. And you may have friends coming from different part of the world, but of course, be mindful when you're playing esports. Of course, your safety has to be taken into consideration. Like know your parents if you're playing esports, okay? I have to put a disclaimer there. Alright, okay. Yes, sir. We have a question from the floor. Thank you. So the question is about, probably Ms. Vivekananda will be the best person to answer this because she's coming from the law background, right? So it's about politicians, but I think it's not only limited to politicians or public who have been instilling some negative informations or instilling some racial statements that can break the country into pieces. When we are united as all races living under the same country, right? So he has asked, is there any policies, is there anything can be done to stop that action? But I think there is, because there are a lot of policies in place, but how this is being probably brought up to the higher level for them to look into this matter. I think this is something that Ms. Vivekananda can answer from your experience.
Okay, like I said just now, I agree with the gentleman. We are in a very beautiful country, yes. But are we without issues? Because we don't find perfection anywhere. So here and there, when people throw tantrum, I would say, or they utter racial slur, comments. I think we have to take it. We have to see it with our knowledge, right? Even for me, it's only for the last 40 years, right? I can just say that. But there are people who actually lived here 60 years, 80 years. So we know how we have been in this Malaysia and how we are today. Along the way, we have been all the races. All the races have been recognized. Like I said, all of us have the equal opportunity. All of us have equal opportunity in education, in the business, economy, everything. So here and there, when we have issues, like I told you just now, that's where the legal interference comes in. People sue each other. Why are you saying that? And we have the law for that. Yeah. Even in parliament, even in among politics, they have their own rulings that you're not supposed to do it. But when people go beyond that, that's where we react, right? But I'm very sure even in a political party, the leader knows what to do. They have set of rules to put it in practice. And I think this as a person, right? We have to handle everything with a pinch of salt. There are issues that we should know how to handle it, right? So that's why doctors say, what we need, education. That's the base for everything. When we have education, when we educate our youngsters, they will know how to handle things, not to be emotional over everything. So I think we have to be what we are and think far and think of the past, the history, and the beautiful life that we have in Malaysia, as a Malaysian.
Thank you, Ms. Vivekananda. Well explained. And I would also like to add a little bit about that, right? If, let's say, we are encountering certain matters in the public, I think there's a better channel for us to address that concern. I'm sure that's why we can bring some matters up to suits, because the way we are bringing up the matter, if it brings discomfort to you, there should be some ways on how we can address it. Don't be emotional to take it outside there in an improper manner that can put you into trouble. Right, okay, so let's move on to our next question. How can younger generation be engaged to an effort to improve racial harmony with their strength to be in social media? Yes, we're coming back to social media topic because that's where the world is relying on. And how the younger generation can be engaged. I think this is something I can ask Dr. Velen because he's being a senior lecturer, facing all the youngsters, the future generation of the country. I would like to hear from you.
Thanks, moderator. So regarding the question, I think our youths are very much sensitive nowadays, right? So the sensitivity among them, some sensitivity can lead to positive impacts, but majority of them lead to negative. So this is my observation, my personal observation whenever we browse the social media, we can see a lot of comments on racial, mainly about the religion and all that. So I think there is some positive impacts from social media, but how? the basic question is how we can foster the unity. The first one, I think the media should report balanced reporting. So the responsibility should be taken from the social media to screen before they post. Even lately we do have a lot of issues on the religion teaching method, if I'm not mistaken. It creates what we call the racial tension among the Malay community as well as the Indian community. So I think all these things should be screened before it should be posted. So the social media should take the responsibility 100% because they are the ones who what we call publish all those items. But I think nowadays we do have some features on reporting, like report the news and all that. But I don't think so it's balanced among the communities here, because from my personal experience, whenever you do some reporting regarding this sensitive issue and all that, they will take 24 hours to script, but at the end of the day, the post is still done. So this is, we can see the imbalance reporting and also maintenance, or what we call the irresponsibility thing by the social media. But talking about the youth, now lately I can see a lot of NGOs are really performing well. They do some community project involving the youth, and also from the guidance from our senior citizens. I think this is something good for now, but I don't think so they will proceed or sustain in the near future, because too many negative whenever you do something good for the community, but ended up it will bring back the blaming game, right? So why you not involving us? So I think it's always the political manipulation is always there from one party to another. So the youth should be careful when they reach the public, because they are the next generation, and we are the one who have to teach what is bad and what is good, but at the same time we can't control everything. Because when you reach 18 years old, even now the kids have social media and everything, so we can't control. I can see everybody have their own TikTok, Instagram, Facebook account, but the effectiveness and also the control element from where. So we don't know whether the parents are controlling them or the social media. So this is we call sociological imagination. We can coming up with some sort of a knowledge. We have to imagine first your future. So whenever you give the handphone to your children, make sure you need to control. Otherwise, it will be what we call nasib sudah menjadi bubur, right? So that's my comment, moderator. Thank you.
If I can just add on a bit, I think we should back to the basic. You know, when Abu and Acheng and Raju were together in those days, right? That social connection must be brought back. Where Deepawalis must be introduced to the neighbors, and Hari Raya and Chinese New Year. Are we celebrating the same way? I don't think so. Those are our days, like we can just walk into our neighbor's house and have some kacang and come for Chinese New Year, and can go and have some ketupat from our Malay friends, right? I think now with the self-development and also everybody is so busy, and the neighborhood principle is lacking, I think we are living our own life. I think we should back to basic, where that thing kena dipupuk. If that happens, we don't need to go and teach our children how to love other race friends. Because I'm very sure we Malaysians, like if you ask me, I have Malay friends, I have Chinese friends. If we are good friends, we fight case together in court, things like Jalim said, he has his friends' parents are he love them so much. So I think we have to go to that historical time to instill this into our children. Because nowadays celebrations, let me tell you, I think when we have celebration, we go overseas. Because it's holiday time. We don't be here and make the muruku, I mean like some, right? Not all. We don't do that. I think we have to bring back to have that connection.
True. I think we are so afraid of inviting our neighbors as well nowadays. For Deepavali or Hari Raya or Chinese New Year, we shut the door and then we celebrate among us or we go somewhere else. I think that has to be changed as well, because I really miss those days where we can just walk around to our neighbor's house, have some rendang, ketupat and all those kind of things. And Mr. Ali, what do you think about generasi muda yang boleh mempamerkan, mempromosikan nilai kehormatan through media sosial?
Okay, about this issue, tadi pun agree also with our first panel. Actually, those political issues in social media is back to the political parties also. But actually, in Islam religion also, is about rahmatul lil alamin. Okay, rahmatul lil alamin means rahmat ke seluruh alam semesta. Okay, means maksudnya it's not for one group only. Sampaikan kita di Malaysia orang ingat Islam is only for Malays only. Then on the Arab world orang ingat untuk Arab sahaja. Because you know what? Sebab bila dia orang meletakkan benda itu kepada satu kaum sahaja, actually kaum lain akan mula membenci sesama kaum juga. So bila actually for youngsters and in the media, they put this into negative perspective until di mana kita being divided. Okay, we are being divided. Sebab apa yang diorang lakukan as a political party, maybe dia lebih kepada racial, one race only or kepada one religion only. Actually benda ni divided Malaysians. Even sebenarnya kalau back kepada history, Malay history and back kepada Islam history, benda ni tak ada. You can't be divided. You tak boleh berpecah belah. Sebab berbalik kepada sejarah pun memang you kena bersatu. You memerlukan satu sama lain. Even in Islam, bukan saja you kena seorang saja, you kena satu bangsa saja. No, dia bukan dipegang oleh satu bangsa ataupun satu religion saja. You kena bersatu padu. Back to the history, sebenarnya in social media benda ni dia dah menjadi terlampau negatif sehingga youngsters believe this thing, dan dia menjadikan hate tension kepada within all races. So back to the basic, saya menekankan kepada orang yang di luar sana, or maybe kepada media, to youngsters, jangan percaya kepada benda ni. Jangan percaya kepada benda ni. Itu penekanan saya as a Muslim and Malay myself. Okay?
Thank you, Mr. I mean, well said that, don't just focus on the negative part. Let's switch it to make it positive. Even like today, we are sitting here together. Even this can be a very beautiful post on Instagram, rather than putting there some different nasty words, right? So we can turn things around, solidness, how we are making things better for our nation. Right. So that says we are almost to the end of the forum today. We don't want to hold you any longer. It's almost lunchtime, so definitely you all want to have your lunch and to go to see the exhibitions that's being held behind here. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Velen, Mr. Vivekananda, and Mr. Alim for being as a panelist today, sharing their thoughts and insights. And of course, we are here today to celebrate Malaysia Day, and all our ideas and our thoughts being shared in the spirit of being unity and to instill the sense of unitedness among all of us. So I hope that this can be carried forward by our young generation. I hope that we can bring this and pass this to the younger generation, the youths, to do this in a regular basis as well. Thank you very much for being here together with us. And I would like to say have a good afternoon and evening onwards. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for having me.
Set the next level.
Thank you very much to the moderator and the speakers of the Unity Forum. May I please ask that you remain on stage to receive the token of appreciation. You all can please have a seat first as we wait for our local representative. Thank you. invite Mr. 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗠𝗓, Secretary General of Gokyo Malaysia on stage, please, to present the token of appreciation to our Unity Forum panel. We will now take a 15 minutes break and then we will resume with all our performances. See you in 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.